Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News.
Our next guest, Ebi Louis-Domeih, is the founder of Bundleless Enterprises, a healthy snack and wellness solutions company. And she's here to share alternatives for smarter snacking and tips for a healthier lifestyle. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the morning show.
Thank you very much.
It looks like we're all in sync today.
Yes, actually.
Can you see
interesting.
that? Always like a
Monochrome? That's what it's called?
Maybe it's my athletic powers.
Do you have those? Do you?
I think I do.
Okay.
I do.
Because then we'll just exchange numbers right away.
Because this wasn't what I was meant to wear.
Okay.
And then this morning I changed my mind.
I do not believe in those powers,
really?
so I will not comment in this conversation.
All right, so I'm on my own.
So let's talk about your business. You've worn different hats in the past. You've sold automobiles.
Yes, I
You've
have.
worked in a construction company or IT company.
No, IT.
IT.
Yes.
And a lot more. But today you're doing something that you really want to do,
Yes.
which is you're baking.
Yes.
So tell us, what was the run up to this point where you said, you know what, I'm going to pursue my journey, because that's what you've been doing for the past 2 years.
Okay, so I happened in on this. Let me be honest. I happened in on this. I've always had the skill for culinary, and I like baked goods. I love cookies. I love dough. I love dough. But there was a health scare in 2015 that escalated into 2016. And then I was diagnosed with ovarian cyst and fibroid. And it was pretty much life-threatening, the cyst more importantly. And then after my surgeries, I was advised to adopt a healthy lifestyle because I was taking a lot of Ribena. I was still on my cookies. I was still on, So eventually I decided, okay, try out, instead with craving banana bread a particular day, try this out. I tried it, I liked it. I baked the next time, took it to work. My colleagues shared with me and they loved it. And then after a while, did you bring some today? No. Did you bring some? Okay. Oh yeah, now why? I'm like, you know what? To put these things together is a bit pricey.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get money. Take this, buy, bake for us. And that was it. And then it's cascaded into a business.
Wow.
Yes.
In running a business like this, what have you come to learn? You're talking about a healthy alternative to snacks. Nigerians are not big on that.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's your big seller? How has it been setting up a business like this in Nigeria?
Okay, so I think I happened in at the right time. Yes, it's not a big seller. However, you realize that since 2015, a lot of people have been adapting a healthier lifestyle. And, I've always had weight gain issues. I battle with hormonal disorders and things like low metabolic rates, and so you end up talking with a lot of people, and you realize that okay, maybe by doing this I'll find other people who are doing the same thing, and that's what happened really and truly. And we actually have a small community that's called the eco-healthy food vendors. So you have people that are into their juices, people that make their own tea brands, people that make their own coffee, people that are getting their own honey, all kinds of people that are doing their own, just all kinds of things that are pretty much organic and very natural and healthy. And we see that Nigeria is evolving fast into that place. It starts really from the elites. And it's going down this way. So I think another factor is where we are. Middle, higher class, that kind of thing, that level of exposure. So you find a lot of people that say, oh, you know what, I want to choose this over this. I want to cut down on regular bread. I want this. Many people are adopting the keto diet. A lot of people are adopting all kinds of things. So, really, yeah.
So sorry, the second question I asked about setting up a business in Nigeria, starting a business in Nigeria, the challenges, because they always say that setting up in Nigeria is not easy. It's just expensive in Nigeria.
It is expensive.
So tell us how you've come thus far in 2 years.
Okay, it's expensive, I must say. However, I think what helped me basically is my background in business development and some level of sales and marketing. So when I started this up, there were some processes that I put in place. That's one. Two, the fact that I was earning, so my earning capacity was pretty much, okay. So it's pretty much me ingesting my own funds. And then another thing I did was 2nd month into the business, I got a business coach. right? And
oh, you did?
oh yes, I did. So he's like my mentor, my coach, my life coach as well. So we talked through the process. I went through a course, 6 weeks course with him. And at every given time, you know, there were milestones set up. So there was like a lot of discipline that was instilled from the inception of the business. And I spent 2017 running exhibitions, you know, a lot of collaboration. Collaboration is so key for an entrepreneur because we do not have a lot of people who readily fund you. Do you understand? In Nigeria, but you have other people coming in from out of the country that, you know, offer grants and funds and all that. However, it's a culture we're just adopting. Yeah. So you need the power, you need to leverage on the power of collaboration to go far. So last year, I really spent it running and, you know, educating people on the products and, you know, why this is better than this. Then also you have to put out stuff in your blogs, talk about things, you know. So these are the things. It's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work, but it's paying off, you know, yes, for me.
So you collaborated?
Oh, yes, I do a lot.
Who did you collaborate with?
So there's Fontaine de Vie. She's been in the industry for about 6 years.
Do you share the same company or is it?
Okay, no. So she makes juices, like cold pressed juices, and I piggybacked off her because she's my friend, and I was like, okay, last year, February, Valentine. What are you doing? Can we collaborate? I make wholesome food, you make wholesome juices. So we did that. Then in getting to meet other health vendors, I was thinking, Christmas is coming, what are we going to do? Nobody's really doing an organic Christmas basket. Okay. And at this time, I had already realized a lot of health vendors, like indigenous health vendors. So I was picking things off like tea, you know, honey here, granola there, coffee here, all homegrown, you know, and pretty packaging and all. So we put it together and, you know, I had about, even jam. So I had about 10 or 12 vendors that we came together and we made this very cute Christmas basket. And these are ways in which, so I share your customers, you share my customers, we advertise together, paid ads and stuff like that. So, you know, that's how it's worked for us so far.
So talk to us about your snacks, your healthy snacks. I know that some of your snacks are even good for people with health conditions.
Oh, right? Yeah, like you said.
Yes. Talk to us about that.
Okay, so my products are made from healthy alternatives. Like if, for instance, you battle with gluten sensitivity, which is called celiac disease, an autoimmune disease, you definitely cannot take wheat, barley, rye, any of that. So we substitute the grains with, what's it called, oats, or banana, green banana flour, or sweet potato flour. There's sorghum, there's coconut, there's almond.
So coconut is a very big deal. I know that coconut even helps people with Alzheimer's, right?
Oh, yes,
and
coconut
so do you infuse that a lot in your...
Based on your request. Yes. Basically, because not everyone likes the coconut flavor. Not everyone can deal with the shaftiness of it. Do you get what I mean? So based on request. So there are people who tell me, oh, I want almond. So I could infuse almond and flaxseed. Flaxseed is a very good binder. It's a very good, what's it called now? Antioxidant, right? There's also chia seed as well, you know. Some people will tell me, oh, okay, you know what? I love coconut. I'm probably on a paleo, vegan type diet. I don't want any form of dairy, you know. So coconut is a very, you know, it's wholesome. You can get the milk, you can use the meat, you can use the, what's it called now? The oil, you know, stuff like that.
So we have your cookies here. And so let's see. What is the calorie count? This is, I just got this. What is this one?
I won't readily answer that question because based on the variant of my grains, I'm still working to perfect the calorie count per cookie. However, I've had people who have specifically requested for certain things, and then, you know, at that time I'm working it out, and I can tell you, oh, this pack of 6 or this pack of 12 consists of this. Now, this is mixed grains for me, so I have a bit of sorghum. Oh God, I shouldn't be saying this. I have a bit of sorghum. I have a bit of brown rice. You know, I have a bit of.
Don't you have it in the ingredients? You should have those.
Yes, I should put put that label on so everyone knows exactly what they are consuming, you know. And that will come after my NAFDAC process is, you know. That
so you don't have that?
No, I don't have that readily.
How long have you had this business?
2 years in November.
Okay, and what is the process with the NAFDAC?
So I hear it could take 6 months, it could take a year.
So in Nigeria, you're allowed to sell these things without the approval and things like that?
So it depends on if you're operating from a commercial space or... So I don't operate from a commercial space yet, right? The only form of commercial activity I currently run is my partnership with Happy Coffee. Okay. There's a cafe, so, you know, yes, we're business partners.
Okay, now you're a testimony of how healthy your snacks can be and how they can turn around your medical situation. So you shared with us the fibroid, the cyst story. So where does it sit now, especially as your diet has changed and your lifestyle has changed?
Okay, rephrase that question.
How your health condition now.
Okay, how do I feel? Yes, I'm a lot better. So I remember in 2015, I was quite sickly. In 2016, I would tell you I'll go to the hospital like twice every month. It was really bad. In 2017, prior to when I quit my day job in April, I was still going to the hospital. Now, I battled depression alongside. Wow. But since I quit my 9 to 5 and I sought help, mental health therapy, I haven't been to the hospital.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
And yes, I do cheat. Oh God, I cheat. I told you I love bread. That's normal aggregate bread thing.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Really?
I cheat.
So aggregate bread is the competition for you.
Oh my God.
Okay, these are delicious, by the way.
Thank you very much. All right. So
I haven't tasted them because I feel like if I'm eating and talking, I wouldn't be able to do it.
That's
I'm going to taste it.
That's fine. So that is made from honey as the sweetener in there. Yeah. So there's honey, there's butter. Yes, that's the coconut bread. Okay. So
I could taste the coconut.
Yes. So there's a honey, there's coconut, there's sorghum as well. A little bit of oat. I always like to throw in oats because oat has a way of so you know like what gluten does. That it makes it full. I like that effect. So I throw in oats for my bread because it doesn't tend to rise like the regular, you know. Yes, it doesn't tend to rise. So I just throw that in there because it has this filling effect, and then it has chia seeds in it, and
So what are the plans for the future for your business?
Franchising.
Are you going to expand on the menu? Franchising. Okay, tell us.
That's where this is going to. And my focus is West Africa.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Now, I know in your research, you've done some research as to how you can go about this. What do you need? And what do you have in place?
A lot of funds, a lot of structure. So, you know, if you noticed, when I was being introduced, I didn't say, see, I'm not the CEO, I'm the founder. So there'll be a CEO, you know, there'll be all of that structure. Because I want to be able to, while being involved in the business, while being involved in the whole baking and in the research, I want the business to run on its own, and I want it to replicate itself across board with the same standards. So yes, franchising.
When you say research, tell us what kind of research you get into.
Nutritional research, a lot of things. Gosh. The global space is changing every day. So today you come out and you hear coconut is good for you. Tomorrow you hear it's not good for you. Then one scientist comes up with this. You know, so you always need to update yourself every time. Some people, I have some clients that I ask, okay, so they want this specific. My son does not eat dairy. My son doesn't. Okay, what is he dealing with? There's no name. Okay, what are the reactions? Do you get what I mean? So there are. You just need to be able to know a bit of everything. You have to be abreast of it because you do not want to sell any product and someone comes to you and say, oh, I ate a product and my stomach, or I broke out with a rash, or this happened to me. You don't, like, that is the greatest thing I fear because I'm selling health, I'm selling wellness. You get what I mean? So I always need to stay on top of my game with regards to research.
So do you do those birthday cakes and things like that?
Oh yes, parties? I just started doing those. And how did that start? So a good client of mine who is very gluten, I think battles with celiac disease, and goes, I want banana bread. I'm like, okay. I want all the variants. By the way, I have plain chocolate, nuts, you know. I just try to play with things to make it interesting. And then I'm like, okay. So I sold it. And then, do you make birthday cakes? I'm like, no, but I can send you to people who do. Say, no, I want to because I've had your own.
Yes.
And I'm like, I want to stay away from all these dressings and all that. You know, there's just that thing in your mind that says when you see all the icing and everything, it has to be unhealthy.
Yes.
And he pressures me and says, okay, you know what, I want this. Give me the cost. And I'm like, I was angry, actually.
So you gave him an angry cost?
No, I was angry, like, you know, just let me be. I'm not doing this. But he insisted, and then I made a bun cake. He wanted banana. I made a bun cake, and I was like, what can I play with that is safe? And I started researching dressings and glazes. And I realized that ganache is healthy. Like, I can play with dark chocolates. And butter or heavy cream. And heavy cream is just like whipping cream and butter. And I'm like, I don't need to put icing sugar. No. I don't need to put, oh, really? So I did that. I decorated it. I played with some fruit. I bought strawberries, blueberries, and then I sent. And like, I loved it. And I'm like, yay, my official first birthday cake. And
so what do you owe this client?
Free banana bread.
Oh my God. So he just gave you a new innovation, and that's all he gets.
And then, you know, I love my clients, to be honest, because they push me. Some will tell you, oh God, I'm craving. Like I have one who battles with GERD. That's like a gastroesophageal acid, basically acid reflux situation. And then people.
So how do you sort that out?
So people with acid reflux can't have anything that acid, you know, so you can't take a lot, you can't take chocolate, it's a trigger, things like coffee is a trigger, you know, sugar, you know. So anyway, and then she had high cholesterol, so she didn't want coconut oil. You see what I mean? Like I have to, so I'm like, okay, what is safe, what's safe? Anyway, she wanted baked donuts. She wanted donuts. I said, okay, we could bake donuts from. And then we did that. And then I did what's it called, a butterscotch glaze. And I was like, okay, how am I going to make this interesting? I threw in a bit of honey and truvia, which is like a plant sweetener. And then I now took, what's it called, almonds, chop, you know, toasted a bit, put with it, and then just let it sit. And it came out looking really pretty and nice.
Do you always hit the mark when you try something new?
Oh, yes, I do.
Are you serious?
I pride myself in that.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, you're a lucky woman.
I'm blessed, my hands are.
Another question I have for you is this. Now, you talk about playing with a number of things.
Yes.
Organic fruits, organic food.
Yes.
Do you ever run short of an ingredient? You research and say, this ingredient I need, but you can't find it in Nigeria.
Now, you see, that was, when I first started, I realized that, okay, if I say I am an indigenous brand, what can I get here? So it started with me doing that research first, with what can I get here locally that I do not have to import? Because then again, inflation, right?
Yes.
And then inflation, and then packaging costs, and then...
I'm buying Nigeria to grow Nigeria.
It's too expensive. So, back to the health vendors community. And then I found somebody is doing green banana flour. So that's drying out green banana and milling it. Someone is doing sorghum. Someone is making oats. You know, and then you're like, this person the lady who supplies me coconut has been doing that for me. So she supplies my oils, cold and hot pressed, and my coconut flour. She's been doing that. She's in Badagry. She's been doing that for a while. So, you know, I try to keep it local so that I don't run out.
All right. I wish we had more time with you. I wish you
did.
good luck with everything
Thank
you're
you.
doing.
Thank you so
much. And how do people find your cake and bread?
So I'm on Instagram. Yes, at Bondelis Confectionery, same as Facebook. And then I'm on Twitter at Bondelis CTN, which is a short form for confectionery.
All right. Thank you again for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much, guys.
We'll take a short break now. When we return, we'll review the newspapers. Stay with us.